Hi, everyone. Welcome. Good evening from Arizona. Good afternoon, good morning, depending upon where you are in the world. Tonight is Table Talk Thursdays. Yay. And this evening, I was just checking my notification. I just got to pull up my on my tablet tonight's live so I can follow comments. Okay, here we go. Say hello when you come in. Let me know you're here. I'm so glad you're joining us. Tonight is the weekly Thursday, Table Talk Thursdays. I am Elyse Ann Psychic, the Psychic Liaison, Bridge to the Unseen. And every week we do this open forum, interactive forum, where we pick a specific topic, metaphysical, inspirational, or spiritual topic, and we have a share about it. This is an interactive forum. Hi, Laura. Hi, Robin. Um, and this is where we talk about the general topics. You guys can ask me questions about the general topics. And tonight is more about our loved ones on the other side. We had this last week, all about our loved ones on the other side. We had so much fun and we barely scratched the surface. You had great questions for me. So we decided as a collective that we were going to, hi, Sandy, welcome, that we were going to talk about this again today. And so please, if you have questions concerning the general topic about our loved ones on the other side, I would love to hear about that, any experiences you might have. And Robin, let me just say, Robin Shapiro, hi, honey, I'm so glad you're joining us tonight. Tonight, though, is not our psychic mini readings. Those are our Wednesdays, weekly Wednesdays, and I also do last minute lives where I do psychic readings. So I hope you'll join us and stay with us here, talking about our loved ones on the other side. And for all of you that are new here, please go ahead and follow and like my Elyse Ann Psychic page. You'll get notifications of when I do go live. If you have a certain topic, hi, Cindy Rose. Glad you're joining us. If you have a particular topic you would like for me to share about another time, please also put that in the comments. I'm here for you. I'm here for you to ask me questions and for me to share my knowledge. I used to work, I used to do workshops at the community college for about 8 years, so they closed the department, all types of metaphysical workshops. And just so you know, I'm working on bringing those back through Facebook here. So that's in the works this year. I'm not sure exactly the timing, but I am working on it and I'm looking forward to that. I have just like a, I don't know, 8 dozen and a half at least workshops that I could share. And I'm always also open to any suggestions if somebody wants to learn about something specific in a workshop. All right, so tonight is, let's see, I have, hi, Jen. Hi, Carla. Oh, I'm glad you're joining us. I just did, she says she just saw me with Darcy. I was the guest speaker at a group and I had so much fun. So I'm glad you're joining us. I had so much fun just sharing what I do and how I do it. And I'm so glad, Carla, that you found me on Facebook here. Please feel free. Hi, Marianne. Welcome. Emily, hi. Okay, so just please feel free to share, ask general topics about our loved ones on the other side. And hi, Jane. Hi, his gift. Oh, wow. Hail, the gang's all here. Okay, Cindy. I'm trying to look at my laptop or my tablet at the same time. Cindy from Ontario, Canada. Well, welcome. And Colleen, you were at Darcy's too. So glad you ladies are joining us. I had so much fun there. Thank you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get a little start here. I see a few other comments. Sandy says, I lost both of my parents in 10 months. I find dyings wherever I go. Absolutely. Our loved ones are always, always, always around us. They're always around us. It's a bond of love and unconditional love that keeps us connected. And dimes are, coins are one of the ways that they do communicate with us from the other side. And they can do all kinds of ways of communicating with us. You may smell something. Hi, Christy. Hold on a second. I'm getting a couple other questions here. Um, Jane, yeah, you can ask your questions, but this, just so you're aware, this is not a mini reading session, weekly live. That's on Wednesdays. I also do last minute ones. So again, follow like my Elyse Ann Psychic page and you'll be notified of when I go live. Make sure your notifications are set at favorites. Tonight is general questions, but yes, please put them in there. Let's see. It may be something that somebody else wants to know. But again, just please keep in mind it's not for the mini readings for like individual mini readings. This is a general overall for all of us. Okay. So Sandy was talking about how she finds dimes wherever she goes. And that is one way that our loved ones will communicate with us. Okay. And I can tell you that my father, after he passed, the thing to keep in mind is that we're all energy beings, and when we cross over, we're energy beings. And um and so they manipulate energy an awful lot. That's one of the biggest ways. Like people will say, oh, my TV flashed on, or oh, my radio went on. I know when my father passed, there were a couple different ways he communicated with me. And even though I am psychic, it still was a little bit, whoa, what was that? It could be a little jarring. I get it. But we were at my mother's house. I was a young family at the time, and we were sleeping in my parents' bedroom. That was the only place for the four of us to fit. And in their bathroom, they had the door to their bathroom. It was an archway, open archway at the top. Okay, so there was nothing there. You could see right into the bathroom. It was the ceiling area, and it was the middle of the night. I woke up and I opened up my eyes for a moment, and as soon it was dark, and as soon as I opened up my eyes, the light came on. Well, let me tell you, you talk about jarring. And there are a couple other ways he's done that too, through electronics. So yeah, they can do it through so many ways. We might smell something. We can hear them sometimes. I know I've had dreams. Well, actually, they're called visitations, and I'll explain that just a little bit more. Where I literally heard my mother. I mean, it was her calling me, because she I was sleeping. She wanted me to get up, and she called my name, and then very forcefully, very loudly, she called my name again because she wanted me to wake up. There was a reason. So that's an actual visitation. It's different than a dream, and our loved ones will come in to our dream time as a visitation. How do you know the difference? The way we can tell the difference is that it's as it's so real as real can be, like you're sitting right in front of them. Face is clear, or there's such a recognition that you know it's them. It's a little bit different. They are actually there visiting you face to face almost. Okay. And so keep that in mind. That's how you can tell it's so real. Visitations are about being so real. It's as if they are right there, and they are energetically. They are, and they are communicating. So let me see here, Marianne. I would love to hear anything from the other side. Okay, let me see. I've got so many wonderful people here. I'm so glad you're here. Glad you're saying hi. I saw Colleen. You saw me at Darcy's. Okay, thank you. Carla, it was phenomenal. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I had a great time. I just love what I do. Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys enjoyed it. I had a great time. So I'm so glad. For those of you who don't know, I was a guest speaker at a meeting tonight. Her name's Darcy, and Delicious for Life is her group. I think that's her group. Yeah. And she has a website, and it's all about empowering. It's mostly for women, but I still believe, the men too. It's about empowering ourselves and loving ourselves, and it's all about self-love and weight and all kinds of stuff. So it was great. I was so blessed and honored to to be the guest speaker there tonight. Okay, so Christy says, I definitely feel my parents with me all the time. Yes, there is a feeling that can come in that goes with that. Okay. I know my mother just kind of shows up. She doesn't give me a heads up. She's just there, which is her. Very strong energy. My father, though, I told you about the electronics and the lights, and but also I'll never forget. Sorry, Dad, but I'm going to share this. My father and his feet. Okay. Y'all get an idea, but I'll never forget after he passed. And I was in my living room and I walked by my love seat and I got a whiff. I'm like, okay, Dad, I know you're here. Can we choose a different way next time? But you see, they choose those things because they want us to be aware. It's like they know that that's the way we're going to know they're there. So they'll pick the way that'll get our attention the most, lots of times. All right. So that's great that you feel them too. And Christy, if there's something, and this is for everybody, even though I'm directing it because she's the one who made the comment, there are sometimes, like when I do my readings with my clients, I do offer one-on-one sessions. Um, I do all kinds of different things. One of the things I do is mediumship. Lots of times that loved one that's crossed over will show me a certain way they'll touch them or tickle them or the hand across the face. So that I love to share too. And because they want their loved one, the people on the other side, the souls on the other side, want their loved one on earth to know that they see them, they're there, they're supporting them, they're around them, they're protecting them, they're guiding them. It's the love bonds, the soul family love bonds keeps us connected. And Jane, great question. I'll get there in just a second. And so Hi, Susan and Twyla. Martha, wow. Hello, hello. Angie, hello. Okay, and I've got quite a few comments here. Let me just keep going with what I was saying to Christy. And then I'm sorry. Hold on a second. It'll come back to me. Um, yes, okay. I knew my team's always with me, my spirit team, so I always know they're going to get me right back on track. So, what I was going to say is, I know in my sessions sometimes, let's say a grandmother will come through, and my client will say, "Well, I never knew my grandmother. Why are they showing up? They passed away before I was born." And the answer is always this: it is the bonds of love, the family love, the soul group family, soul family love that connects us. So even though maybe you didn't know them on the physical plane, you know them from being part of that soul family. Okay. And it's all unconditional love. When we're in spirit on the other side, it's all unconditional love. Okay, hold on one second. I gotta take a little sip here. Okay, Jane says, how do you make yourself more open to receive messages from the other side? Okay, Jane, wow, that's a good, really a good question. And I teach all of that too. I teach psychic development. I teach a lot of different things. So there's a lot to it. But what I can say as a starter, as a generalization here, and keep in mind, I'm starting some of these workshops this year, so we can start delving into that even further. That would be awesome. But Jane, it has to do with don't force it. Hi from Dublin. Wow. Hi. Okay. So, it's not about forcing it because lots of times we want to hear from them. I just want to hear from them. But that puts us in our conscious mind. Okay? So we're not kind of in that. It's kind of like I don't know about all you true confessions here, but like when we're in the shower, okay, it's mindless really from I mean, this is something we do every day, right? So we're not thinking about the action we're doing, right? We're just doing it almost by rote. And that's a lot of where we can get these openings to that connection. Okay, so it's about sitting quiet or clearing your mind. Okay. And when we try to like search for it, that's where it gets harder. So you can just ask your own spirit team to help you to be aware and to send a very clear sign under grace and in a perfect way, easily and effortlessly. Always, always, always add those words whenever you ask for something because spirit doesn't judge it. They're just going to deliver it. I've learned. I've learned to ask for that because there have been times I'm like, whoa, I didn't really want it that way. But okay, so I hope that helps you, Jane, and everybody else. Okay, his gift. Yes, I smell the rose smell often from my Nana, like I used to smell when I was little and in church with her. Absolutely. How beautiful is that? Seeing that she knows, you'll recognize. And that's the beauty of it, you guys. When our loved ones, um, when our loved ones reach out to us, it's about just bringing these beautiful memories and that thing that's going to connect you, that you're going to know it's them. It's very comforting. Okay, thank you, his gift, for sharing that. Nicholas, I'm a teenager and I've been experiencing precognitive dreams on a daily basis, dreams of the future. I don't know how to take the next step. Can I have some spiritual advice? Okay, Nicholas, that's a little bit different than what we are dealing with right now. But hold on a second. Okay, Nicholas, what I'm going to say is, I'm going to suggest that you come onto one of my mini reading lives. I know it's going to be just some little mini reading. It's pretty quick, but that's where we're going to start you. What I can say, sweetie, is, again, it's about getting into a quiet place, working with your angels, okay, and communicating with them, asking them for some help too. Okay, but I'm hoping you'll connect. You'll come onto one of my reading lives and a mini reading lives, and I can give you a little bit more specific advice on that. I'm so glad you joined us tonight. Just know there's nothing to be afraid of. Just make sure you ask Archangel Michael to be around you. He is the protector and the shield and the archangel that will shield us. Okay, Nicholas. So put your faith and trust in Archangel Michael. He'll keep you safe, help you calm down, and just you'll feel better. Let's put it that way, Nicholas. Okay. Okay, Martha. Hi. Okay, Cindy Rose asks me, is suicide a difficult transition? Well, Cindy Rose, depends on what you mean by difficult transition. But what I can say, sweetie, is it can be. It's more about the aftermath. Once we cross over and we go to the other side, this is now everybody, this is from my own experience, from readings, what I've experienced by just looking and communicating with those that have crossed over, and my belief system. Okay, this is where I come from on this. And it's what we have to deal with when we're back on the other side. There is pain, there is emotion. We do go through like a debriefing, if you will. We review our life, okay, kind of in fast forward. What could we have done differently? What did we do well? Things like that. And when it comes to suicide, the one thing I can tell you is if we take ourselves out before our time, I I have such compassion for those souls that are so deeply traumatized that that's the choice that they make. Yeah, it's a depth that, hopefully none of us ever have to understand. But if we cut it short, we are going to just have to come back another lifetime, because the whole idea, the whole purpose is for us to grow and ascend and grow our soul. And so, um, all those sayings we hear about Earth, it's not, some pretty little ball and gown all the time. It's, tough stuff. I'm sure, I know I have, and I do this work, but I know there are times I look up. That's kind of how I indicate. Okay. But, what was I thinking? Like, what did I sign up for? Are you kidding me? So, we can have compassion, but I want to tell you, I'm hearing very clearly from my team, my spirit team, Cindy Rose, and everybody else, of course, angels will greet us and offer us the love and compassion. Okay. So the thing I want to make sure that everybody understands is that that soul that was so tortured they could not take life anymore, they will be comforted. They will heal. Okay. They'll have all kinds of support to do that, but also they will come back at some point to learn what it is they didn't learn. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be as harsh. That part is so much more than maybe we're talking about tonight. But because one of the topics I am going to do sometime soon is reincarnation. So let me know how interested you guys are in that. Drop it in the comments, but also if you have some other topic that you want me to approach and share in the coming weeks, please put that in the comments too, because the thing is, I'm going to keep saying this, I'm here for you. These are things that I know about. So I'm here to share it with you. I'm here to answer your questions about these topics. I'm here to share my experience, to hear about your experiences. I mean, I'm here for you. Okay. So let me know what it is, what different topics you'd like to hear about. Okay. And we'll get those on the schedule. Okay. Angie, thank you for being here. Well, hi, Sherry. Welcome. Michelle, hi. Wendy, I see Wendy's here. Did I skip you, Wendy? I see Michelle said hi to you. So hi, Wendy. Kelly, hi from Dublin. Well, welcome. I'm so glad you're here this evening. Okay, Angie, I just want to let you know, you might have heard this. This is not, this is Table Talk Thursdays. This is my weekly live. It's Table Talk Thursdays. It's general topics. Weekly on Wednesdays at 11 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time is when I do my mini readings. I also offer and do last minute mini psychic reading lives. So I just encourage all of you to like and follow my Elyse Ann Psychic page and make sure your settings are set to favorites. That way you'll receive notifications of when I go live on my weeklies, but also my last minutes. Also, I do a Monday and Friday message where I pull a card from my Oracle deck and I channel a message. I post those. So that'll let you know, that'll let you be in the know. Also, you can check out my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com. Tells you all about me, the services I offer. You can sign up for my monthly newsletter. You can be the first to know on that too. So you have all kinds of options and ways to keep in touch with me and to benefit from what I have to offer. So, okay. So let me see here. Jen, what were those words you said? Oh, I said them so fast. Okay, honey, I'll repeat them. I do because I know it. It's so rote for me. Okay, whenever we ask for something, no matter what it is, under grace and in a perfect way, easily and effortlessly. Okay, I'll say it one more time if you guys are writing it down. Under grace and in a perfect way, easily and effortlessly. I learned the hard way. I can laugh now. So you're welcome, Nicholas. So anyhow, hopefully you got that down. Yeah, very important no matter what we're asking for. Always add those words. Like it can never hurt, it can only help, okay? Because again, spirit doesn't sit in judgment. They just hear what we're saying. So, hi, Princess Sophia. Okay, his gift. Yes, Saint Michael the Archangel necklace is on my necklace. My three kids wear every day. So important for protection. Yes, the shielding. I like to say the word shield more than protection. I sometimes do say protection though, because I just want to be clear when we invoke Archangel Michael, and when we say the word protection, a lot of people can take it as there's something to be afraid of or to be protected from. You know, it tends to come with a little bit of fear or anxiety. So I like to say shield. The energy of it's just different. The energy of that word is a little different than protection. But yes, absolutely. Archangel Michael is phenomenal. And just so you know, blue energy. Okay, he has blue energy. Okay. Angie says I had regression done a few years back. Oh yeah, I work with my clients with regression too. Lots of things can become unearthed. Okay, Kelly, would love to hear from loved ones. Many thanks. Okay, again, this is a general. Okay, Morgan, I am interested in past life regression. All right, if you're talking about a one-on-one, we can do that. You can get a hold of me. We can set up a session. If you're talking about past lives in general, yes, that will be, that is, I believe, already on the list, but I'll make sure. I'm writing it down right now. I'm sure it is. But okay, great. Okay, Princess Sophia. I love this, you guys. I love all this interaction. Okay, when our team are working hard on the other side, when do they know it's the right time to move forward with their lives and leave the past behind? Why do they make it so uncomfortable? For instance, with a toxic situation. Why is it about learning patience when we are ready? Thanks. Okay. When our team are working hard on the when do they know it's the right time to move forward with their life? Um, Good question. Okay, let me repeat that for everybody. When our team are working hard on the other side, when do they know it's the right time to move forward with our lives and leave the past behind? Okay, let me start with that. Oh, Jen, twin flames. Okay, cool. Let me write that down real quick. Okay, so how do they know it's time to move forward? That is a big question with a lot of answers. There's a lot to that. It's also our loved ones helping us with that. It depends on our growth, our healing process. When we have truly maybe learned the lessons that we are to learn from the situation. Okay, because I can tell you from my own experience, and probably you also, from all of you, have learned that we think we get it sometimes, but we really don't. We repeat behaviors. Okay, that's the human condition. It's okay. Grace and compassion. It's okay. Honor yourself. It's okay. Got my own things. I'm still going through it. So it's really multifaceted. When do they know? They know when it's on a soul level. It's on the physical level when I guess when we've moved through it, we're showing different action or behavior. It's your contract. There's a lot of things that go into that answer. So as a general overall on that, that's what I would say about moving forward with their lives. Why do they make it so uncomfortable? Because they can make it so uncomfortable because if we're not getting our lesson, they're going to keep pushing us to get our lesson. See, I've always said that first we'll get the little tingle, let's say, to bring our attention to it. And then if we don't get it, we might get a little, okay. And if we're still not getting it, we might get a little shove. And then if we're still not getting it, we might get a bam. And then if we're still not getting it, 2x4 across the forehead. Okay. So, it's not that they want to hurt us. It's just, we came here for a reason, and that's why beautiful connects in with the other side. I'm a firm believer that when we have accomplished all that we came to accomplish as far as we could take it, okay, that's when we're ready to transition. That's when we end up on the other side. That's when we're one of the loved ones on the other side. And so we're eternal. We're eternal. On the other side, we're eternal. And I'm going to let you know that some a client of mine one asked me, when you do your mediumship and loved ones will show up, how do they show up to you? Like if they passed when they were 90, do they show themselves as 90? Well, if they passed when they were an infant, do they show themselves as an infant? Now, I'm going to say this is from my experience. I know every medium is different in different ways. I can just mostly speak from my experience. Um, for me, the way they connect is they will always show up as the personality. I connect a lot with the personalities too, of how they were, how you knew them. I can tell you that most of those that crossed over at an older age will show themselves more middle aged to me. And infants, little children, they will show up that way too. But I have to put a little explanation in here also. I have had those that have crossed over that may show up as a teenager, let's say, but they were actually in their 30s when they passed. That was more about their personality. Maybe they were much more fun living or fun loving or a wanderer or whatever it is. So it can shift. It depends on also very, very important. How are you going to recognize that it's them? That's how they show up. So it's a combination of how they show up. Okay. But they don't always, if for example, for me, now I know other mediums can be different, but let's say unfortunately someone passed in a horrific car accident. they're not going to necessarily show up to me all, messed up. Okay. They'll show up differently. So just that was a question that somebody asked me a while ago. So I wanted to make sure that I answered that. Okay, let's see. Okay, under grace and in a oh, thank you, Carla, for writing that out, everybody, in the comments. Under grace and in a perfect way, easily and effortlessly. Thank you, Carla. Hi, Angel Heart. Welcome. Princess Sophia, I have awakened. Awesome. Let me see here. Because I have learned just the other day that some of the comments just don't show up on my laptop. That's why I have my tablet here too. Um, Laura, possibly a taboo topic, but how do miscarriages fit into all this? Beautiful question. It's not off topic. I'll get to that in just a moment, okay? I just want to look at my tablet too to see. Facebook is a wonder. Sometimes I just realized this the other day that the comments just like never show up on Facebook sometimes, like certain ones. It's weird. I don't know. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just see because I know I saw a couple others. Marianne, I have a connection of seeing a bluebird regarding my dad. When my mom passed, there were two bluebirds at the door step the morning she passed. Oh, I saw one today after a long day. Oh, Marianne, that's beautiful. I am so glad. Wow, what a blessing. You had a long day, and so they were coming in to say, hey, we're here. It's okay. What a beautiful story. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, lots of times they'll show up when we're struggling. They remind us that they're there. Okay. And, there was a time not that long ago, I am a survivor and I was going through some more healing and shifting. And my father showed up. My father showed up. And so, that's what they do also. It's not just, hey, I'm here, lots of love, lots of love. Yes, it's lots of love, but they'll show up at our some of our most trying times too. As a reminder, again, it's that unconditional love. Okay. So let me see here. I just want to make sure. Okay, a few more comments here. Twyla, I don't know if you're still here. Hopefully you are. But again, this is not the Psychic Mini Reading Lives. Go ahead and follow and like my Elyse Ann Psychic page. Excuse me. You'll get notifications of when I go live for the Psychic Mini Readings. I have a regular Wednesdays that I do it on, but I also do last minute ones. So it can crop up at any time. I never know because it's last minute. The way I work is I wake up in the morning. My spirit team are my business partners. If I wake up and they say do this today, I'm like okay. So okay, let me see. Um, okay, hold on. I'm just making sure. I want to make sure that I didn't miss anybody. Any comments here? Okay, there we go. I think I'm caught up. So, miscarriages. Okay, Laura. Um, miscarriages fit in this. First of all, I understand. I've had my own, so I know that there is a grieving for that too, and they are souls. Okay. And sometimes it's about that soul that came in but had been miscarried. Sometimes it's about them having something to learn. Sometimes it's about the person who suffers the miscarriage has something to learn. It's about their progress. Okay. And I can tell you that when I do my work, many times a miscarriage and abortion or stillborn will show up in the number of children someone has. And there is usually, I mean, I want to say I don't think there was ever a time that it wasn't communicated to me what the reason was. There are reasons. Okay, it's a grieving thing. It's not fun. It's a loss. But again, there's purposes to all of it. Okay. And this just flipped into a whole nother thing that I want to make sure I bring up. Um, so if we get the opportunity with a loved one before they cross, let's say we know that they are crossing, or they're ill and it's coming on, okay? Um, you can, anyone can, if that person is cognizant enough, set up the signs ahead of time. Okay. I have a friend, Laura, I'm sure you know who. I have a friend who did this. Okay. The family did it, I think it was with her father. And they said, okay. They talked about it and they set up how he was going to show up, what sign he was going to give. And sure enough, he has. So if the two of if you love hot air balloons, but you have that in common, you can say, and it doesn't mean that it has to be a literal big air balloon that you see out in the field. It could just be a picture of an air balloon, a magnet of an air balloon. It doesn't matter. It's just whatever sign you want to set up. Hummingbirds are big. Somebody asked me, hi Teresa. Hi, Michelle. Somebody asked me a question in here. Hold on a second. Let me go back up. Crows. I saw something about crows. Hold on a second. See if I can bring that up again. Where did it go? Something about crows fitting in. Okay. Off the top of my head, I'm sorry. I don't see it again here, but that's okay. I remember seeing it. There are spirit animals too. And again, sometimes that could be connection with a loved one on the other side. Sometimes it's about a spirit animal. Spirit animals, we represent certain characteristics, if you will, of that animal. And that's why that's a very, very simplistic explanation of it. But that animal can represent. Okay. So let me see. Princess Sophia, you're struggling with patience. Sorry to hear that. Oh, there it is. Princess Sophia. Our crow's a sign from our team. Yes, it very much can be. Definitely. When you see something, I don't necessarily believe in the three times it's a sign. I that works for a lot of people, but I'm so connected that I just know if it is or isn't a sign. But two, three times, most people use kind of as a baseline. Then look it up, look up what that sign is. Sometimes it's from the other side. When I say that, our loved ones. Okay. If they can't get through to you, they're going to try you all kinds of ways, right? So, yeah, crows can definitely be. Okay. So let me see. Teresa, okay, I think you've heard, you're just showing up now. Okay. So, honey, this is not the mini live readings. Okay. Those are on Wednesdays and also last minute. This is general topic. I hope you'll stay with us. Get to ask questions on the general topic. We're talking about our loved ones on the other side. Okay. And hello from Michelle. I'm a little late. Your sciatic nerve. I'm sorry, it's bothering you bad today. I'm glad you made it. Yeah, I'm glad you made it to the continuous topic too. Thank you, Michelle. She said she's glad she made it. We're glad you're here too. Thank you. So happy you are. Um, okay. So, Michelle, since my brother passed, his girlfriend, every time she comes to Arizona from New Mexico, a black crow follows her. So that's good to know. Yeah, that's him. He's letting her know. He's here. He's watching over her, making sure she's staying safe, not driving crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Uh, maybe just a little. Uh, anyhow, yeah, they're all kinds of signs. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. Okay, so let me see here. All right, I caught up on my comments. Please, any additional comments or questions, please go ahead and put it in there. And Teresa, okay, good. I hope you stay though, Teresa. And again, if there's other topics that you want to hear, let me know. This is for you guys, and every week I do this on Thursdays. So let's talk a little bit more about our loved ones on the other side here. So, what are they doing? That's another question I get. Like, what are they doing over there? And first and foremost, this is again from my belief and my experience of doing mediumship readings and my own connections. First, when they cross over, they do go through a review. Okay, because the whole point was, for being here is to grow our soul. So they go to their committee and they just review, what could I have done differently? What do I still need to grow on, for my next lifetime? And that's the first thing. And then if they are from in trauma, like from a suicide or excuse me, from a suicide or a horrific accident or something, they will be taken to a place where they can get the help they need with that, the comfort and the help to move through that, to heal through that. And Jen, I'll get to your question in just a second. Thank you. But then they're on the other side doing whatever they love. Okay. If they loved gardening in this lifetime, they're doing gardening. If they like paint, it's like they're having their own little life. Yeah, because they are. And so they're doing the things that they love and they enjoy. Okay. Now, this brings up another thing that I want to mention. And again, my spirit team's communicating with me. If there have been occasional times where a soul may not show up in a mediumship reading, and I just want to assure every single one of you, it's not that they don't love you or didn't love you or don't love you now. Could be multiple reasons why. One could be they're convalescing. Okay, especially if they just crossed over and they need to heal, emotionally from some things. Okay, it also can be that they have already reincarnated. So, like if somebody has been, if somebody has been gone for a while. Okay, now I do believe this gets into a whole nother subject, but I do believe that our souls can split. The energy of our souls can split. Some form still stays on the other side. Okay, that's my belief. But it doesn't always mean that they're going to show up. And the other thing to remember is there may be somebody else that's much more important to you for you to connect with, that has a message. It doesn't mean important from your perspective where you really want to hear from that person, but that's not important to them. That's not what I'm trying to say. They may have a message that's so much more important, or they may feel a need to have to push through and come forward first. Okay, and the thing I want to say is we have to trust that process. And again, it's not so much about, gee, they don't love me, why didn't they want to show up? It's not about that. It's what's for our highest good. Okay, so just keep that in mind, please, because it can happen. And I just would not want any of you to feel hurt or ignored or whatever if it does happen. It doesn't happen a lot, but it can happen. Okay. Now, Jen asked me, why do some spirits not cross over? I believe my grandmother stayed back to stay with my uncle because he took care of her. Will she cross over when he does? Okay, great question, Jen. Why do some spirits not cross over? I'm sorry. I know I read those so fast, don't I? That's why I'm repeating it. Okay, why do some spirits not cross over? I believe my grandmother stayed back to stay with my uncle because he took care of her. Will she cross over when he does? Okay, as a general answer to this, some souls do not cross over. There are multiple reasons why. It could be that they don't realize that they've passed. If it's very traumatic, if it's instant, like out of nowhere, or a very traumatic death, they may be confused and they don't know that they actually have passed. Okay, that's what a lot of people might call, the hauntings, poltergeists, things like that. It's just souls that need to be guided to the white light, back to the white light. But also several other things. They may feel that a soul on this earth needs them to stay around so they don't completely cross over, even though they can still cross over and be available for that living being, but they feel, for whatever reason, such a connection or the inability to cross over, um, because someone is in so much need. Now, that's not laying blame, it's not judging it. That's why, if you were here last week, you probably heard me say this. I hope I said it. If not, I'm going to repeat it now, anyhow. The most beautiful gift that we can offer anyone who is about to cross over, who is passing away, who is ill, and we can see the deterioration, is to give them permission. Tell them, we will be okay. I will be okay. You go in peace, knowing we will be fine. Because what happens is lots of times these souls may not cross over. They may stay kind of in that limbo space because they can feel that energy, or they may not even they may not die because they can feel that energy being, holding on to them. If somebody in the family, and listen, I lost both my parents, so I get it. The emotions, the pain, the hurt, the grief. But I made sure, well, I was younger when my father passed, so I didn't really have that opportunity. But with my mother, I made sure that I told her, Mom, it's okay to go. We're all going to be okay. That's giving permission. That is the most beautiful, loving gift we can offer to anybody. Yeah, we'll miss them. Yeah, it hurts. But we also don't want them left in limbo. So just keep that in mind. Um, if you're in that situation, to step above and beyond yourself and honor that individual, um, you'll be glad you did. It's just an amazing gift to give to another. So we don't keep them here. You're asking if she will cross over when he does. That's kind of more of an individual reading, Jen. It's possible. It's possible she could leave before that. Some of this just depends on the circumstances, to be honest. Okay. And where she's at and what she's thinking, and if she feels there's somebody else on this earth that, so there's a lot to it. It's not just a simplistic answer on that. But I'm more than happy if you'd like to, set up a private session. We can look at that. There we go. Okay. So, Princess Sophia, do families live together on the other side? Okay. So, the way I'll answer that is we are all part of a soul family, a soul group, a soul family. There's many, 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 many of us. We're always interacting. Um, I want to say that, Barbara, let's see. I enjoyed being at your table this evening. Everything you said really resonates with my soul. Barbara, thank you so very much, for that. I feel so blessed. Thank you. Thank you for sharing those thoughts. Families living together. Yeah, lots of times we do. But at the same time, um, I have to be honest, there may be souls that weren't so great to each other in this lifetime, okay, that are gonna need some space. Okay, now that goes into a whole nother topic, but all I want to add to that, because I am a survivor, so I understand it, okay? Um, every soul in our life, every human being in our life has a purpose. Okay. And without going too far with it, I mean, that's about all I can really say because that could be a whole nother hour. But there are reasons we come here. There's reasons we have people in our life. As painful as it can be sometimes. Okay. Not excusing anything, not saying it's okay. Not at all. But there's a purpose and a reason. So I'd have to say families living together, I'd say in some ways, yes. But you might be surprised at some of the connections because, we have all types of relationships and have had all types of, oh, sorry, I'm swinging my pen around. I don't know why I picked it up. Um, we have all kinds of connections from different lifetimes with their soul family. Okay. So as we have those different experiences, our families our immediate families that we had in this lifetime, can be different in the next lifetime and so forth. So That's how I would answer it. You know, what we visualize as human beings is our family. We may retain, we may still live with them, and we may not. Okay, so let me see a couple others here. I know she is my soul sis, and we are in different countries. Oh, hi. Okay. Jen and Princess Sophia are speaking to each other. Okay, Carla, do people retain their same personalities when they cross over? All right, that is a superb question. So this is the thing. Not necessarily, because we've lived many lifetimes. Okay. So we've had many experiences, we've had many different personalities. But what I can tell you as a medium, they absolutely will show up as a personality for me that you know them to be. That's how you can identify that I'm speaking with them. Okay. So they retain the same personalities when they interact with us. Okay. But we met in a group on Facebook. Very cool, you and Jen. Okay. So yes and no about retaining the same personalities. So in other words, too, what I'm being told by my team to bring up when we reincarnate, okay, um, we're not going to reincarnate with the same personalities necessarily because we're there to learn different things. And we're there to do it from a place of where we kind of forget that we had that connection, if you will, so that we can learn what we need to in this lifetime. So that is how I would answer that for you and for everyone, my dear. You're welcome. She says, thank you. Are there any other questions that anybody wants to ask real quick before we start to wrap this up? We're coming into the hour. Please hang tight because I'm going to see what Spirit might have to say as a collective for all of us. Interesting. I usually do that, and I'm feeling like I don't know if that's going to come through tonight. That's interesting. Not sure why. I don't question them. I trust it, but I want to see if they do have something to say. I feel like they'll say something. Anybody else have a quick question or comment or something they want to share before we move on to the message? No? Yep. How many times do you reincarnate? Is it different? Is it different for everyone? Absolutely, Jen. How many times do we reincarnate? Depends on what you still need to learn, basically, where your growth is. How many lifetimes have you had? All different ways for that. Kishla, you're a medium. Do you do private sessions? Yes, I do, honey. My husband dad died 17 years ago, and I feel he needs to hear from him. All right, yes, contact me. Go to my website, ElyseAnnPsychic.com, or just private message me and we'll get it set up. Yes, I am a medium. That's part of the work that I do. So thank you for asking that. Okay. Yes, Lisa, you missed it. Oh, I'm so sorry you missed it. Yeah, it'll be posted as soon as we're done. Okay. And I don't know if you were aware, we did some of this topic last week too. And they'll both be on my page. The one from last week's already posted, and this one will be posted. I always have my videos on my Elyse Ann Psychic page. So I'm glad you're going to replay it. And it's there for any of you to replay for yourselves, or you can invite friends to, share it with them, and share my page with them. Let them, invite them to my page to follow and like my page so that they can get all the benefits. So, all right, you guys, I'm so, so glad you're all have been here this evening. Let me see what Spirit has to say for all of us. I know what I'm feeling, but let's see what they have to say. Um, that song, this came up before. Love, love, love. Do, do, do. Love, love, love. I'm not a good singer, but Spirit really wants us all to know that everything, all of it, is all about the love, is all that will be. And so remember that in your moments of despair. Remember that your loved ones are always, always around you. They want what's best for you. They love you unconditionally. No matter what the relationship was that you had when they were on planet Earth, they are in a different perspective now. and they all collectively send their love. So, what I want to say is if you ever feel that you're in the need of the love and you're not sure your loved ones are around, I want to offer this to you. Just visualize pink energy. That is the energy of unconditional love. And above all else, everyone, gift yourself with love. We all deserve it. We're all worthy. And those on the other side know that unconditionally. All right. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here this evening. I'm so glad I had this opportunity to share with you. I hope I will see you again on next week's live. There'll be a new subject topic. Join me for my mini psychic readings. Um, I already said, I do those weekly on Wednesday. I also do last minute ones. So you'll see it pop up if you follow me and have your notifications set for favorites. And private message me if you'd like to work one-on-one, if you'd like a mediumship reading or any of my other services that I can offer you. I'm also a Reiki master teacher, energy healer. I clear, I'm space clearing. I do a lot of space clearing too. It all can be done remotely. It's all just energy. So sending much love to all of you. Blessings. I'm going to say goodnight here from Arizona. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you again. You fill my heart. Have a good evening, I'm going to say. Thanks. See you soon.